Hello.
Anybody did the overdubbing or the mix a little bit?
Brandon, what you got for us? We can't hear you, brother. You got to unmute.
I haven't did any overdubbing really. I've just been like mixing. I've been adding reverb. I've been compressing and all that.
Okay. Anybody actually did the overdub stuff? Okay. So maybe we just go to next stuff that
Oh,
I'm
that's
doing.
that's right. They were supposed to take a solo over the where the piano solo was. Nobody did it. Come on, y'all. Beavers, you ain't do it. Okay. Everybody's MIA. All right, Nori, we'll just move on. Teach him what you know.
All right. Can I
Mason, you didn't do it. Come on, y'all.
all right. So maybe today I'm talking about, some of them asking me about the uh
Oh
bass
yeah, I
out.
have. I have. Yep, I have some questions about this
Yeah.
busing. Yep. All right.
It all depends on how I mix or how the sounds or the individual track sounds. But let's see, use drum track to explain about the bass. All right. So these two are the drum overhead, left and right. And the first of all, I want to use this as a treat as a stereo. So I made a bass to a stereo track. This is overhead mix bass.
So it's just the overhead from the drum. You mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
overhead from the drums. And I kind of just left and right, and I wanted to hear more like right track somehow. So I make balance here first, then going to the one stereo track. So after that, I can adjust the volume in one fader. So that's the
Okay.
one
So
way
let,
to
let
use
me
the
let me just
bass.
make sure I understand. So
Yeah.
you bust it, and then you balanced it, and then so on the new fader,
Hmm.
you can you don't mess with your balance. You can just kind of so you balance the drums, and then you bust it, and now you can just turn it up and down, and get it in the overall mix where you want it. So the balance was just to balance the drum sound itself, right?
Um, say it again.
I'm
Well,
trying
like
to under
like the first bass is only the overhead,
right. Okay.
right? And I wanna treat overhead as in one fader. That's
Got
why
you.
I
Got you.
made a
Got you.
one the bass first. And in this way, I wanted to put the high pass filter and compressor on both drum overhead, left and right, instead of like using like same two plugins. I can only use one in stereo track
Got you.
right
Okay.
here,
Okay.
right?
I got it. Yep.
And I can make a pan however I like. I end up like using like 38 like this.
Okay. Okay.
All
Cool.
right. Then I pass out from this like overhead stereo track to another complete drum mix bass. You see this?
Yep. I see it.
Yeah. So this fader controls all drum volume and snare and the bass drum too. It goes to the drum mix bass. The reason why
Okay.
I put everything in one stereo drum mix bass is I wanted to put um compressor on overall the drum sound, which means like I want to put a compressor on each drum track.
Got you.
Let's hear the sound.
Hey, Nori, just so you know, before we get too deep, Brandon is ready to play his mix,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and so maybe he can share, when you're ready, and then we can kind of problem solve his mix.
Okay, let's
And if
hear
any,
the.
I don't. All right, would anyone else like to share their mix to get some advice? Seth, okay. All right, so let's do Brandon, and then we'll do Seth. Mason, did you say yes or did you say no? You said no. Okay, go ahead, Brandon. Make sure you hit share sound, or you have.
All
There's
right.
something you have to
All
try to
right.
play it.
Thanks.
Let's see. Let's see.
Can you see this?
We see it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Play it though. Let's see if it works. Okay, so hold on, Brandon. We can't hear it, so you got to go into your settings on the DAW and change it to Zoom audio. Your output.
Oh, the output. Okay. This might take me a little bit actually.
I'm not sure which DAW is this.
This is Cubase.
Oh, Cubase. All right, let's see. I'm
I
not
think you
sure.
have to find a playback engine.
I don't know. Oh wait, let me see something.
When you hit share sound, when you hit share screen, you hit share sound too?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look it up.
It might be a Cubase thing actually, unless.
No, it'll work. I'm just looking it up real quick. Okay, so open the studio menu.
Studio setup.
Yeah, and choose studio setup. And then it says select the VST audio system options under devices.
Right here, huh?
Okay. What's that right there? Audio device? No, that's driver. And it says choose your interface from the ASIO driver drop down menu.
So right here, huh?
Yeah, okay. So now what is your output set to?
Output, output left, output right.
There's no options. Oh, the source is click source. Is that what that says?
Uh, where? A clock source?
Clock. Oh, is that clock source? I can't
Yeah,
really
that's a
see it. That's
clock.
what
So
oh, okay. Man, all of
um,
these DAWs are so different. Hold
yeah.
on.
Yeah. That.
Hold on. All right, let's move to Seth. I'm gonna solve this problem for us off
Yeah,
screen real
yeah.
quick. Okay.
I
All right.
I can stop the share.
All right.
Ready?
I'm gonna drop a I'm gonna email you a Brandon. I'm gonna email you a YouTube video.
All right, thank you.
How much do y'all want me to play? I don't want to
Just
take up
just
all the time.
Yeah,
I'll
the
play
vocal
it.
section or the bass solo section.
Okay.
Somewhere you work on like specifically, maybe the volume or the compressor or something.
Okay. Yeah, I worked on some panning,
Mhm.
I put the overhead into bus one,
Okay.
and I EQ'd some of the stuff as well, took out
Oh,
the
okay.
low side.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. Um, you might want to choose the playback engine to the
Okay,
Zoom.
so for this, go to preferences audio.
Oh yeah, you are already Zoom audio device.
Did you hit share volume when you hit the share screen button?
Oh no, you're right. I didn't. Let me
Yeah.
do that again. All right, let's try that.
There's a storm in the Gulf, and it's headed your way. You better batten down your hatches, should be all I need to say. There's a storm in the Gulf, and it's
Cool.
headed your way.
Any other place that you are work on it, like EQ
I
or
was
reverb?
gonna start working on the bass solo right here. Took a little bit of the low frequency out of this part too.
Okay. Cool. Nice. All right. Yeah, I mean, you did a basic thing. Can I see the EQ carb? Yeah, so yeah, you did like basic. Why the female singer has a 2 EQs? Did you use like 2 EQs to set up something on a female vocal? Yeah, I see two EQs. Okay, you just accidentally put the 2.
Yeah, that was my bad.
Okay, that's cool. Can I see other carbs? Can I pull up the mix page up a little bit so I can see the which one is what track?
Oh yeah. Oops.
Okay. That's a Zoom thing, right? I can't see.
Oh, here. Yes. So they're all at the bottom down here.
Okay. What's track fourth from the left?
This one?
Yeah.
This is piano.
Oh, piano. Okay. So you feel you need a little more like meat, right?
Yeah, I was trying to mess around and see how I could get any of that distortion out and just kind of the muddiness of it. So I was just messing around with it.
Usually, if you feel this is an experience too. I've been doing like long enough that I can tell what number is where. Like 400 is like low mid, or 2K is high, or those kind of stuff. Like 60 is super low, that kind of stuff. But the basic theory of cutting madness is around 400 or the 600.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the number or middle of the EQ.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so if you think that you wanna cut out the madness a little bit, just I'm seeing like this is also boosting too. You boosting the mad.
Okay.
So I want you like try cut first around 400.
Yeah, but you need to drag that dot over to 400.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Drag it over to 400.
Gotcha.
Yep, and now pull it
Yeah.
down. Pull it down.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Now you're cutting.
Okay. Gotcha. And as as for this one,
just
should I
just
just
listen back on and off, and just can you solo on the piano?
yeah, let's see.
And can you turn on and off on EQ?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, not much different actually. Well, if this is advanced, I use narrow EQ. This is like wide. You can change the carb. I think you can change the
You gotta.
carb.
So if you go to the end on Logic and you kind of drag that box, like hover over the 400, and you see how wide that box is, but put your mouse like by the dot. Yeah, and then if you go out to the edge of that box, like go.
So you want me to take this to there?
No, don't drag. Just move your mouse. Just move your mouse to the right. Move your mouse to the right a little bit
Oh,
more.
I see what you're
Right
saying.
there. Now you can drag the box in. Make it
That's
narrow.
wide. Yeah, this is narrow.
Okay.
So for professional people mixing guys, using all those narrow EQ, like use a bunch of them and just cut in, specific numbers little by little, and make it like, try not to change the sound too much, but just cut in the mad.
Okay.
This time, if you can, mess around now, your EQ pointer is not low. You can move the dot up and down. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up, right? Then down. How much you can do for down? Yeah. Then you can just move right to left.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
helpful.
Play the piano again, and at the same time you can just move the right and left too, and see what's gonna change. Usually, if you want to find the point, just boost it, like bring it up to the top, then start moving. You hear the little sounds changing. That's that's a carb, that's the filter. And usually the point that you don't like the number, it's boosted, so you can tell this number that I don't like. And if when you find it and bring dot down and cut it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. All right.
So it takes time though,
Yeah, for sure.
But whole point is, like, if you record good, then you don't need to mess around EQ and the limiter after much. I mean, I didn't mean like Darian did bad things, but sometimes this happens. One more thing I noticed, that what do you play, sis?
I play piano.
Piano. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I kind of know that drum is a little far away.
Okay.
That's not only the volume thing. It's like Darian recorded a little far. It's the room was like live, so you hear lots of reflecting sounds. So when you receive the recording like that, I want to make drum sounds, trying to make it clear and punchy, trying to put it in front.
Okay. Yeah, I was having a little trouble with the bass drum, just kind of giving it like a tight kick sound, than like you were saying, kind of like a far away sound.
So if you check the can you play all 4 tracks of the drums? Yeah. Play it. Can you turn up a little bit?
Yeah.
Now mute overhead. See, so this is with the overhead mic and sounds tighter, only bass drum and snare.
Okay.
I would like to turn up the snare a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, it's more balanced. Now you want to hear is a little crisp snare. I mean, little crisp hi-hat. So you want to add overhead, but not this much. Just bring down the fader.
Okay. So
yeah, bring down. Oh no, not the bass drum. The overhead.
Was that the bass drum? Oh,
yeah.
This might be the last one.
Yeah. Much more. Yeah. I hear this is more clear, more like focused bass drum and snare. And this kind of music is like popular music. For jazz, you want to hear right cymbal and hi-hat much more, but this kind of music, you want to hear more like bass drum and snare. And especially if the recording sound is little lively, like this, you just want to put a little bit overhead and bring up the bass drum and snare.
I've been having some trouble with I usually will, I'm not a drummer and I don't really have anybody that will record drums for me. So I usually just use either like loops or will record MIDI. But I find that sometimes it's hard to hear the drums loud enough, but then when I turn them up, it's the master volume is at red,
Yeah, that happens. That's why you need to cut super low and use a limiter, but it's another whole world of the topic, so I can do it right now. But this is a good thing. Like, I play drums a little bit. I have drums in my house. I play bass. I play guitar, and I grew up playing saxophone and trombone, so I kind of know the instrumental a little bit, like how it works. That helps me doing the mix a lot. And I believe in the future, you have a more opportunity to do like mixing at your house. If you do like your project, instead of you spend like $3,000 to ask somebody to mix it, maybe you want to do it by yourself. So, just do it. Like it's gonna take a while. To me, took me like 25 years or something. So, but there are so many information on YouTube. You can just try, record, do your project and mix by yourself. Then you'll be good.
Can we hear the changes you guys just made from Seth now with everything? Can we hear everything from those few changes? Let's hear it.
Sure. I'll do the vocals. Yeah.
A storm in the Gulf, and it's headed your way. You better batten down your hatches.
Turn up the overhead a little bit more.
There's a storm in the.
Turn up the what?
Overhead.
Okay.
Yeah. While you playing.
Okay.
Gulf, and it's headed your way.
Find the best balance.
Batten down your hatches should be all I need to say.
Darian, what do you think about your drum? You want to get more snare or?
Yeah, I think that from how I'm hearing it, that first of all, I'm a drummer, so I want the drums to be loud. They don't seem that loud. So I don't know, Nori, you can tell me if this is wrong, and Seth, you can tell me what you think. But when I did it, I put gain on the drums so that I can give a presence, but maybe that wasn't the right thing to do.
Oh no, that's the right things to do. I mean, if you see the region page,
So basically on Logic, you can just go to your plugin right on the track, and then underneath your EQ,
mm-hmm.
and then click it, and then just add gain. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
click it.
On which one do you want though? On the snare
I
or
I mean,
on
you
all of
you
them?
didn't bust it, so I bust all of them,
All of
and
them?
then
Okay.
so I can have more control. Like once I got the balance, like now you got a good balance, so maybe
Yeah.
it's a good time now for you to bust these tracks.
Okay.
You just highlight the drum tracks,
Seems like the fader is kind of run out,
the master volume, right?
master volume and everything. So
Yeah.
that means region input volume is so low.
Oh, so how do you increase
I
that?
mean, there are a couple of ways to do it. I kind of explained last couple times, but you can up the gain before it goes to the individual faders. You want to see how I do it?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Let me.
Hey, Brandon, did you get my email?
Uh, yeah, I got it. I'm
Okay.
still working on it.
Okay. All right. Let us know if you work it out.
Let's see. You see the bass solo?
Yep.
This is about like run out. I have this much if I
Right.
wanted to turn up. So there are a couple ways to do it, but I do like this. This is the easy. I'm pretty sure every door has the same feature. So this is the bass solo region. Let me zoom a little bit. Okay. On the Pro Tools, I can change the volume on right here. You see this?
Okay. So on Logic, I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Seth, can you check on your Logic since you have it open to see if that's possible if you click
I
on the track?
I don't think you can do it like right from, I think it might be something with when you like click on the track itself and you kind of have like the smart track up.
Mm.
It's got to be something inside
This is kind of
of there.
newer trick that Pro Tools put it.
Oh, okay.
Before that, if I receive super low volume track, I have to re-record to the new track. Let's see if I receive the bass solo like this small. Let's hear this super low compared to like regular bass. And the fader is like, run out. I
Right.
have to make I have to record this bass track to another track.
Oh, I see.
In this time, I turn up the fader maximum and bass out to this new track and
That's
record this.
it's gotta be a way in Logic to because
Yeah.
that's a lot, man. Maybe
Yeah, I mean there are so many ways to do it.
if you just what if you just add gain?
Add
Seth, if
gain?
you just add a
Yeah.
gain, and then turn that gain up. Do you see how to do that?
Yeah, I just haven't put them in a bus yet, but I know how to like add gain to it. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to do
Another
that.
easy way to do it, I'll show you. This is very easy. You already have an EQ on your tracks, right? Let's see the bass solo. I click EQ. There is a volume adjustment here. This is the input and output. And I can turn up right here. Oh,
Yeah, there is a gain dial in Logic's EQ as well.
Any kind of boost or the gain. See?
Oh.
You can use that too. You can use EQ as a just boost in the gain. So I mean, if you seem like fader is run out, just do it before it goes to a fader.
Got you.
And even the compressor has the output volume too. This is output. So you can turn up this, then it gets so loud.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, so you can use those tricks,
Yeah.
Seth, if you need more. But I thought sounds pretty good. What did you think, Seth?
Yeah, I thought it sounded really clean. I am a guy that likes to kind of make the drums one of the loudest instruments. I mean, not like overwhelmingly loud, but I like them to stand out and kind of everything blend together. That's usually how I go about when I write, but you know, I'm also a fan of this kind of clean sound.
Right. Okay.
Have you tried to play drums a little bit, or do you like to play drums?
You know, I never really have gotten into it. I would like to. I'll probably try to just get like the basics.
For me, I love to play drums. So like every time I see drums, I just jump on it and play. And people hates me, but but that helps a lot actually. That's because like panning or the balance of the bass drum and the snare. Once you play and you feel the hi-hat or the snare, then that makes you understand like much better if you're willing to do a mixing like this. Yeah.
Nori, can you play yours and then let's play Seth's again and let's see what we hear.
I kind of changed a little bit, but the one thing I wanna show you like before I play mine, this is my master. With these all individual fader, the total volume was too loud, so I just bring down the master. You want to hear from the top or maybe here?
There's a storm in the Gulf and it's headed your way. You better batten down your hatches, should be all I need to say. There's a storm in the Gulf and it's headed your way. You better batten down your hatches, should be all I need to say.
This was a bass solo. Yeah, something like this. And I want to mention one thing. The piano was mono, right? Guitar is usually mono, not the stereo. But usually when I get piano, it's a stereo. But this time it was mono, but I wanted to make it like wider. And this was like Fender Rose sounds. The Fender Rose, plus he was using the tremolo effects on a Fender Rose on piano. Usually though, if you hear Fender Rose tremolo, it's the panning like riff, right and riff like this. But since this is a mono, I don't hear it. But you can find a plugin like this it's called Old Pan. Let's hear this. Do you hear the panning? So if you hear Herbie Hancock or all those like Chick Corea's 70s or 80s recording, you hear the panning a little bit. Even like a new like R&B or hip hop. This is the good things about the Fender Rose. So there are a couple tricks. Also, I put the pan on piano, even it's like right and left, but it happens on my right side. Guitar is like my left side. And I want to put the piano on right side. Wait, sorry, guitar on the left side, piano on the right side, but still, I want to pan, put me like this on the right side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
what I did for guitar and piano. Let's talk about the bass again. Drum sound, as I was explaining, like the drum sounding like little far on the recording already. So I decided to use a compressor to make it like, sounds more like focused. I don't know if you can tell this, but this is my drum sound. And with a compressor, So this compressor makes drum sounds the range more limited. Or the reason why you hear the drum sounds too far is you can hear the air or the reflecting sound from the wall. I want to cut that sound. It's high frequency. So this limiter or the compressor automatically, bring down the high. So it sounds like, now it sounds more like focused. Some of the hip hop or the R&B, you can hear more complex sound, drum sound, like this. So it's all depends on how you feel, how you want to, color the drum sound. Let's hear with the mix. See the difference?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I,
So
I think Brandon has found a way for us to at least hear his mix.
okay, let me just put the.
Brandon, are you ready to play the mix down?
I think so. Should be. I'm not
All
showing my
right.
screen.
All right.
Just to let everybody that has Logic know, the EQ, if you go inside the EQ and built-in Logic all the way to the right, that's where the gain bar is that you can add more.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, you
Thank you, man.
exported it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he exported it because thanks for that, Seth. Brandon exported it because his DAW was being weird.
Okay.
It's like 1,000 steps to do it. So
Okay.
All right, can you guys hear this at
Yeah.
all?
Oh yeah.
yeah, we hear it. We hear it.
Okay.
There's a storm in the Gulf, and it's headed your way. You better batten down your
Cool.
hatches, should be all right.
Did you put the reverb in master bass or?
Actually, I haven't really put anything in a master bus
Okay,
at all.
I hear reverb on the guitar a lot.
Okay. I added some, and I took the dry
show us-
signal out.
Show us your DAW, man.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean it's bad. I mean, it's all your taste, There's no rules for mixing. Whatever you feel is good, then you just go for it?
Yeah, I put a lot of wet signal on my guitar reverb.
Mm-hmm. What do you play, Brandon?
I play saxophone.
Okay. Yeah, so that sounds good. I mean, I'm about to explain, like, I don't have much time, but I will talk about the reverb, how to put it. Let me see the guitar track.
But this, you want to see? I have a, my effects track under
Okay.
instruments.
So
So
you
what
you
I
you
did,
use the bass.
actually, what I can do is I can share my entire screen, so that way you can see the plugins I use. So I have a plugin called it's called East West Spaces 2. Should pop. Oops.
That's a
It
reverb,
should
right?
pop up. Yeah.
Mm.
So since it's my effects track, I put
Mm-hmm.
it on the effects track. I turn the dry signal down, put the wet
Okay.
signal around -6 dB,
Uh-huh.
everything. So
Cool.
probably like yeah, I can't play it here. I don't think so, since there's no sound, but
Mm.
you can see the signal.
Yeah. It's coming from guitars and something else, right?
Yeah, I think I put both the instruments one
Mm-hmm.
and guitar and piano. I'm pretty sure I
Yeah.
sent it to the piano. Oh,
Yeah,
I
seems like
bypassed it in
you
the
have a
piano.
you have a bar on the drums too.
Yeah, so I have another reverb in my effects track for my drums as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, for this recording, I usually use reverb on snare,
Okay.
and snare mic catches everything else too, like cymbal, little cymbal and bass drum and toms too. So if I put a reverb on the snare channel, uh, it's automatically like the overhead. I mean cymbals,
Okay.
all those things with the reverb already. But I kind of decided not using the reverb because the recording is so roomy already.
Hmm.
I wanted to more focus sound. So in that case, I just didn't use the reverb because there are natural reverb in the recording already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I I thought about putting a. I tried putting a verb on a bass drum too, but I felt like it was like way too much like response, just way too
Yeah.
much room. So
Sometimes like if you use a reverb, it's expand. I mean, losing the focus.
mhm.
So if we want to make it tighter, I mean, try not use the reverb. Some people, well, some famous engineer uses EQ on reverb too.
Hmm.
You know, they use EQ to cut the reverb that they don't want to, like the numbers. So that's more advanced stuff. But let me go back to my screen.
Do I stop mine?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
All right. Hey, Seth and Brandon, man, both of you guys, it sounded great.
yeah, man.
Great work.
Thank you.
So um, okay, how you put the reverb? Um, Usually though, I put reverb on vocals and piano maybe. If the piano was recording with a keyboard with dry signal, I definitely use the reverb. But vocal for sure. Bass, no reverb at all. You want a bass to like focus. So in this case, I put reverb on both vocals and piano. And I was thinking about snare, but I didn't do it. Um, you can put reverb in individual tracks one by one, but it's wasting a CPU on your computers. It saves a lot of the CPU on the computer if you using bass. I made a reverb track, usually reverb track. Then I send vocal to the reverb track. I don't know if you see this, but
Yeah, we see it.
you see it?
Yeah. So you see what he's doing, Brandon? Instead of putting the reverb on everything, he just puts
Brandon
the
was doing
reverb
that.
in.
He was
Brandon, you did that too? Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Storm in the Gulf,
I
and
can
it's
control
headed your way. You
reverb
better batten
balance.
down
Can
your
you hear it?
hatches, should be all I need to say. There's a storm in the Gulf, and it's headed your.
This is master bus for reverb. I use whatever it says play large, but it's up to you. But this is female vocal,
Storm in the Gulf, and it's
male
headed your
vocal.
way. You better batten down your hatches, should be all I need.
And one more thing I was doing is I put the delay, little bit of delay. So I did the same things. This is stereo delay, and I send vocals to the delay too.
Storm in the Gulf,
this is reverb,
and it's headed your
and
way.
this
You
is
better batten down
delay.
your hatches, should be all I need to say. There's a storm in the Gulf, and it's head.
All I was doing is I'm trying to make a good echo combination of a reverb and delay. That's a standard way to mix a vocal too. Sometimes only reverb is okay. Sometimes only using delay, but usually, put the delay. I mean, put the reverb and a little bit of a delay. So that makes like vocal like
Right,
sounding
bigger.
like wide and nice.
So Nori, we're coming
Yep.
up, y'all. Today's Nori's last day. We got a couple more minutes. If you have any questions for Nori, now is the time. And before we take a break, anybody, any questions? Let me scroll through. Nobody. Y'all know everything?
I have a question.
Okay.
So for the bass solo, what I did, I kind of panned it to the right, so that it, because the bass is centered already. So I felt that it was like bass
that's a
solo
nice
energy.
idea.
Yeah.
Because it's the same instrumental and the same guys playing, maybe same bass too. So it's the bass sharing the same, they stay in the same place. So one way to like avoid to like hear separately is just panning. Just try to move out a little bit over the range. So that's a good idea too.
I also have one more question too. So, so one of my friends, I went to Berkeley 2 years ago. One of my friends, he took a mixing class. He told me that mixes are truly never done. That they're only deadlines. Is that really true when it comes to like professional mixing?
Yeah, because I need to have a deadline. Unless I just go and go. Like every time I listen back my mix, I'm not satisfied. So no, I keep doing like couple hours. So it's usually I ask client you what's the deadline. So that helps me a lot. I mean that's a good good way to finish your job because you never satisfied.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you listen like 10 different tracks, 10 different songs on your iPad or the phone, it's all different sounding. So there is no good or the bad mix or mastering. I mean, like I'm sure that you guys going to do a mix in the future by yourself for sure. So if you want to be good. I mean, just keep doing it.
Nori,
Record and mix. Yeah.
thank you so much, bro. This is Nori's last class. Next week we got a whole new set of teachers teaching some different stuff. Next week we're gonna continue on this track, but more with the production and beat making with Genghis Don. And so yeah, so everything Nori taught y'all, remember it. And great job, cats, for mixing that track. I know it's not an
Yeah,
easy thing to
man.
do.
Thank you so much. And if you have any question, even if the workshop is done, just email me. I will just try to answer it as
Yo,
much as I can.
thank you, Nori, so much for being here, and it's a pleasure to get to hang with you. It's been a
Yeah,
long time
man.
since our New Orleans days, and man, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much.
Yep, absolutely. Okay,